All right, what's the solution of this system using elimination? The way that we can use elimination is to be able to add the equations together and one of the variables cancels out. But the thing we need to do first is we need to rewrite these because the way that the form that we have them written in now, it is not suitable for us to be able to add them together. I'm going to rewrite each one so that it is in standard form. And if you know what standard form is, it's ax plus by equals c. So I'm going to take this, and how do we do that? Well, we get the x's and the y's on the left side. So I'm going to say minus 4y and minus 4y. And then we get 3x minus 4y equals negative 18. Okay. I like it. I'm going to box that out as one of them. Just, it's not really our final answer, but we're going to keep it over here on the side. And then we're going to do the next one. 16y equals 58 plus 5x. And I'm going to subtract the 5x away from both sides, putting them first so that we have the ax plus by equals c. And we get negative 5x plus 16y equals 58. And I'll put a box around that. So those are the two equations that we're going to kind of manipulate. Now, you might notice that, I mean, if you know what we're doing with elimination, what we're looking for are two variables that we can make have the exact opposite coefficient, okay? And if we wanted to manipulate this equation, we'd have to change this equation from 3 to its common multiple of 15 for x. And this one, we'd have to change this one also to make it say negative 15x, okay? The common multiple of 3x, of 3 and negative 5 is 15, negative 15, right? So we'd have to change them both. But notice for the y's, here we have negative 4, and here we have positive 16. If we can just multiply this by 4, we'll get negative 16 here, and we'll have a positive 16 there, which is just what we want. So we're going to take the 3x minus 4y equals negative 18. And we're going to multiply both sides by 4. So we're going to say 4 parentheses. We can really just say it like this to save us a little bit of grief. Sorry, whoops. Negative 18. And when we distribute that through, we get, I'm going to draw a line here so that we have our fresh new equation here. 12x minus 16y equals negative 72. Okay? That is equivalent to this. And since that's true, and I'm just going to pick a few colors to highlight this, let's just say that is the same as that equation just rewritten. And now when I put the other equation below it, negative 5y, negative 5x rather, plus 16y, you can see that we have the y coefficients are exact opposites. And when we add them together, they're going to cancel out. So we add them together, we get 7x. Those two go away. And here we've got negative 72 plus 58. I've got a trick. I often will try and show you this trick. And what the trick says is if you're subtracting more than you've got, and here we've got, essentially what we've got is 58 minus 72. That's kind of what it is. If we change the order of these, then what we can do is we can switch the order to say 72 minus 58, just switching the numbers, and then make sure that we make the answer negative. So that 7 becomes a 6, that becomes a 12. 12 minus 8 is 4. 6 minus 5 is 1. And we know that we actually have to have a negative because you can see up here that there's more negatives than there are positives. So I'm going to erase that. And we're going to have a negative 14 there. Divide both sides by 7. We get x equals negative 2. That's the x coordinate. That already eliminates A and D because they don't have 2 for x. Now, how do we find out what it is? I'm going to just zoom in on the middle here and do the calculations. Or maybe actually I could just copy one of the equations. This is a cool little tool. I'm going to copy this equation, duplicate it, and bring it down. I'm going to slide the whole thing this way and use this equation that I copied. Okay, plugging in -2 for x. So let's do it. 16y equals 58 plus 5 parentheses -2, or 16y equals 58 minus 10, or 48. 16y equals 48. Then dividing both sides by 16, we get y equals 3. So we had x is -2, y is 3, and I'm going to write that up here in a different color. Sorry, just give me a second. -2, comma, 3. And now I'm going to just bring us back to what we originally had. We calculated that out at the bottom, but that's our answer. And as you can see then, okay, that must be B. That's what we found. So B is our answer, and we're done. So the trick with this one is to rewrite them, I think, rewrite them both into standard form, ax plus by equals c. And then that makes it easy to see which of the equations, or maybe both of them, we need to multiply in order to end up with the same coefficient on the same variable, or opposite coefficients on the same variable, as we eventually did here when we had -16y and +16y in these two equations.